Maria, it is such an honor to have you on today. Let's start with this. You received a letter from Vice President Harris recently to you and Edmundo Gonzalez, the president-elect, essentially, of Venezuela. What did that letter say, and is it enough?
Thank you so much, Rachel. This is a huge opportunity to convey a message to all Americans in terms of this decisive moment Venezuela is going through. We received a letter from the Vice President. She recognized the courage of the Venezuelan people, our determination to fight until the end, because we will be free and we will bring our kids back home. Last July 28th, was a huge victory of the Venezuelan people. We won by a landslide against all the obstacles of the dictatorship, with censorship, persecution, with no money at all. It was huge. We had over 1 million volunteers displayed all over Venezuela, and we were able to collect all the voting tally sheets. We digitalized them. We put them in a website for everyone to scrutinize and audit. So now everybody knows in Venezuela and abroad that Edmundo Gonzalez is president-elect and Maduro was defeated.
So you talk about the persecution of the opposition. You were a victim of that. You were actually banned from running. You were the most popular candidate. You were banned from running. In fact, many people say you were trumped. They had fake corruption charges thrown against you. And then Edmundo stepped in because you could not run. Now Edmundo has won in this landslide. But many of the protesters who have taken to the streets, many of them young, brave kids, have now disappeared. They're being sent to re-education camps. They're in jail. They're being tortured. Tell us what's happening to them and if anybody in the international community is coming to their defense.
Well, effectively, Maduro's response to this huge defeat was to unleash a campaign of terror. This has been brutal. Over 2,000 people have been arrested or disappeared. Volunteers that only work as getting the tally sheets and as observers of the polling process, of the voting process, their homes have been raided. There even have been marked with crosses on the doors of those houses. People are being stopped in the street and their cell phones are looked at and they get detained even if they tweeted or said something that supported us. Edmundo and myself, we've been accused of terrorists and most of our team and colleagues are at this time in hiding to protect us, but we will keep on fighting, peacefully protesting, increasing pressure domestically and internationally until Maduro understands that his best option is to accept the terms of a negotiation that would bring us to a transition to democracy.
What exactly, and I don't have much time, what exactly do you want the international community to do? What would help bring about justice in this election?
First of all, the international community and the United States have to hold Maduro accountable and his criminal regime by all means possible. Secondly, Edmundo Gonzalez has to be recognized as the president-elect because he is. Third, the international community has to stop Maduro from forcing our children to leave our country. We want to stop migration. And if this keeps going, millions of Venezuelans will leave. And we want that those that have gone out, even to the United States, come back to build our country. And we want to ensure you that we will ensure that Venezuela doesn't function as a dependent proxy of Russia and Iran and as a hub of criminal organizations and drug cartels as it is right now. We will turn Venezuela into a democratic nation, truly engage with our partners in this hemisphere, including the United States, to promote security and prosperity for all. We have the chance now. We need your support. And be sure that we will prevail.
Well, Maria Corina Machado, you are probably the bravest woman in the Western Hemisphere. We pray for your cause, and we hope that people in the Harris-Biden administration are listening. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much, Rachel.
You got it.
Thank you.
The education